last card you have your past is the Two of Swords. So yeah, obviously this is about two different ideas, never coming together, having an argument. It can be about being in two minds, shutting yourself off. I am getting a bit of a shutting yourself off in this, and I'm also getting a bit of stubbornness. That's what this can be about as well, you know, because she's got her arms crossed. She's saying, no, 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 I'm not going to go forward. I'm not doing this. I'm staying where I am. I've got my swords up. No one can come near me. So I'm getting a bit of stubbornness here. And yeah, it just feels like, no, I'm not doing what you want. That's what I'm getting. No, I'm not doing what you want. I'm waiting for you. That's what I'm seeing. I'm waiting for you to step up. You have to step up. I'm not going to do this for you. I'm not going to do this for you. I'm waiting for you to step up. I want you to do the right thing, and I'm going to sit here and wait until you do that. That's what I'm seeing. So I think that was coming from you. I think this is about some kind of negotiation or something like that. Business exchange, something like that. And usually if you're not happy with the situation, or you feel as if someone's bothering you or something, you just walk off, you know, usually, or you get angry. You don't hang around for people, you don't hang around for anyone, but you're hanging around for this, not for the person, but because, you know, I think this is a really important thing for you. I think this is something that's important. So you feel as if, no, if I walk off now, it won't be the best thing for me in the long run. So it's like you're playing the long game. So you hung around waiting for this kind of person to change their mind or do this or step up or whatever it is. Because you knew if they did that, you'd be better off in the long run. And if you walked away, you'd be worse off. So I think that's what was going on, something like that. It does feel like this person that you're up against, if this is you, it does feel as if in the beginning when you were negotiating this, they were kind of right in there. They were in there fighting. They're like, no, 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 let's do this. What about this point? All that kind of thing. And now it feels like they've kind of faded away a little bit. So you might be feeling that if this is you. It's like, oh, they were really talking to me all the time, texting me, asking me things, all that. And now they kind of disappeared. And if that's the case, I think it's because they're a little bit preoccupied. They're very, very busy. So that says to me that you are absolutely right to kind of hang out and stick this out, because I think in the end, they'll come around to your way of things, because they'll probably be like, well, oh, yes, I just want to let this go now. Okay, I'll do whatever they want, or at least something to do with what you want, because they just won't want to deal with this anymore. They've got a lot of other things they're dealing with, and they know they have to put this to an end somehow. So I think you're more likely to get what you want if you do wait. And so that's probably why you're doing this, if this is you. So you're doing the absolute right thing if this all makes sense to you. There's something else here. This is if you're single. Someone's interested in you. They're definitely interested in you. It's like they're right in front of you, actually. They're right in front of you. But look at this woman. I mean, if she's got someone right in front of her, she doesn't want to look at them. So you don't want to look at them. You've got your blindfold on. You're crossing your arms. You've got your swords up. You're saying no to them. You're saying no to this person. I'm not interested. No. And it feels immediate. I know this is in the past, but it feels immediate. I'm getting this kind of shadow standing in front of you. And this could be because, it might be because they were from your past and there's a shadow of them there now, or it might be because they're still around you, their energy's around you. So it might be that you're feeling this energy. And they think there's more to come. This is what I'm getting. They think there's more to come with you. I'm just looking at this crescent moon. You know, it's not a full moon, so there's more to come. So they think there's potential. They think that you'll say yes eventually. I'm actually getting some arrogance. I'm getting arrogance around this person. Yeah, they're quite arrogant. If they think you're going to just say yes, yes, whatever, eventually, they are very arrogant. You know, a lot of people see Aries as being arrogant, but, you know, I don't think you are. I think you're just open. You just say how you feel. If you're good at something, you'll say. If you're bad at something, you'll say. But they're not like that. They are arrogant, they are self-important, but there's a lot of what is this? It's like quiet, it's like silence. They don't say very much, that's what I'm getting. And so because they're arrogant and they don't say much, people don't see them as arrogant, that's what I'm getting. They might see you as arrogant, whether you are or not, because you say something. But for them, they don't say anything. So they have this arrogance in the way they carry themselves, in the way they feel, in the way they think. But because they're not loud about it, people don't pick up on that. That's what I'm getting around this person. But the thing is, you're a really, really good judge of character. So, you probably picked up on this, and that's probably why you've got your blindfold on and you're saying no, because you know what they're like. You know what they're like. Okay, so the next card you have for your past is the Five of Swords. Yes. So look at this. You can see this is why you're not interested. This is why, because obviously this person hurt you in the past. That's why you're being like this woman in the Two of Swords, because this person hurt you. This person hurt you. They tried to take something from you. I don't know what that was. It might be a part of your confidence. It might be a part of you. It might be, they might have had you guessing. Lots of things like that. I'm seeing things like that. So I keep on getting this quietness around them as well. Do you know what it feels like? It feels like maybe they gave you certain signals in private that, oh yes, you're wonderful, I want to be with you, all that kind of thing. And then in public, maybe they were totally different. Because I'm getting this quietness and this silence and this kind of hiding. And it's kind of like, well, I'm going to be like this in private, but I'm going to be like this in public. I'm going to hide who I am in public. And importantly, I'm going to hide how I feel about you in public. That's the big thing, hiding how they felt in public. So if that resonates, that's got to really hurt. That's got to be really hurtful. Because, you're who you are. Private, public, doesn't matter. You're just who you are. And also, if someone's really subtle like this, it can be really hard to point that out to them. You can't say to them, you did this, you did that, because they're like, well, I didn't do anything, because they're very quiet. So it's very sneaky, actually. So I've got this arrogance, I've got this sneakiness. I have to say the arrogance of this person's really astounding, because, they still think you're going to come back after all of that. They think you'll take them back. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, moving on from that person, I don't like them. The last card you have for your past is the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is a super emotional card. And you can be like this. You can be really emotional. When you fall for someone, you really, really fall for them, really fall. And that's what you're afraid of sometimes. You're afraid of falling sometimes because you really fall. It's almost like you fall right down into a hole when you fall. It's like, that's it. I can't come back up again. That's me gone forever. I can't do anything else. And so, that's what you're afraid of sometimes. But yeah, I think you really fell for this person. If you didn't, I wouldn't be getting such a strong reaction from you, this kind of danger reaction. I'm just looking at the Two of Swords again, and she's reacting against danger. So there's a lot more danger in something that's subtle and a bit hidden away than something that's right out in the open, because you don't know where you are with something that's hidden, and you know that. This queen's super tuned in. She's super tuned into her own emotions, but she's super tuned into other people's emotions as well. So she really feels a lot of what's happening around people. She feels their energy. She's a little bit psychic, I think, actually. I get that sometimes with this queen. She picks up on things. And I don't think this person's picking up on the fact that you know this about them. I really don't, because they're very arrogant, so they're probably very centered on themselves. And if you're centered on yourself, you don't know what else is happening. So I think that might be what's happening. But yeah, you know what's happening. You do know what's happening. And I don't think I need to warn you about this person, because you know. That's what I'm getting in that card. So the first card you have for your presence, the High Priestess. So yeah, obviously the High Priestess is all about, intuition, spirituality, big intuition here, because you've got these two really, really strong women when it comes to intuition. You've got this, High Priestess, and you've got the Queen of Cups. So they're very, very highly intuitive, both of them. So I think you're very, very highly intuitive at this time. You're going through this time of having really, 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 really highly developed intuition. You know, you might know what people are going to say before they say things. You know, you can understand what people are thinking. Maybe you feel an atmosphere in the room, things like that. So if you're like that at this time, and I think you are, because you're going against your normal way of things. I'm seeing that because you're holding back, you're not coming forward and saying things. And to me, I think that's your intuition guiding you. So you're already doing that. But you know, if you've put things aside, like let's say if you've gone to make a big decision about something, or there's a big thing and you've kind of said, oh, it's too difficult, I don't understand this, I'm going to put it aside. If you've got anything like that you've put aside, bring it out now and look at it again, because I think your intuition's going to tell you what to do. You'll be like, oh, I know exactly what to do now. I can really feel this. I've got this intuition. So take anything out that's like that. Tackle any big things right now, because I think you'll be able to tackle them quite quickly, and you'll do the right thing because you'll just know. So there's that. And there's also someone who, it looks like there's someone you're thinking of approaching, but you're not doing that. There's so much holding back in this reading, so much holding back, really. Yeah, you're holding back for some reason. You're not saying anything. I'm getting this, oh, I'm not ready yet. I don't feel my best. That's it. I don't feel at my best. I don't feel as if I'm at my best yet. So it might be that you're working toward being your best. It might be that you're doing lots of things to try and get to your best. There's a bit of a confidence thing here, a bit of a lack of confidence. Okay, might sound a little bit strange, but I'm seeing something quite specific here. There's something about you, something about your appearance. There's something you can't help. And it's something that's quite recent, I think. And you're kind of thinking, oh, why has this happened? Why has this happened? So I don't think it's something you talk to people about. It feels as if it's something that might be a little bit hard to change. If this is you, if you know what this is all about, try not to see this person as this sort of perfect person. Because I think you know objectively that no one's perfect and everyone has problems. But yeah, because I just think at this time you've got a little bit of a lack of confidence about this appearance thing. But you know, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I actually think they'd probably be interested in going further with you. But again, your instincts are really, really strong right now. So if you feel as if it's not the right time for whatever reason, follow your own instincts. But I do think that whenever the time's right for you, whenever you're ready, there is a chance with them. I really do believe that. I really do think they'd be interested in you. No matter what you think about yourself, I think they'd be interested in you. So yeah. Okay, so the next card you have for your presence, the Tower. Yes. Okay, so I'm not seeing any really great big terrible things happening to you. I'm not seeing that, so don't worry about that. It's not like this big thing is going to happen to you. There is something that's happening around you. And I think it looks like this is something about something that someone wants to happen. But it's not going to happen. This is what someone wants to happen to you. That's what's going on in this Tower. I'm getting work around this. I'm getting someone that might be around your work, might be around a business, might be some kind of rivalry. I'm getting someone talking about you. I'm getting someone spreading things around about you. And what I'm getting is your work speaks for yourself or itself, and their work doesn't speak for itself. So they're trying to kind of create things to kind of knock you off your perch, knock you off, knock your crown off, because that's what's in this card. But they can't do that. They absolutely can't do that. And I think you know they're doing this, and I think you know they're talking about you as well. And again, you're not doing anything. You're not... I think just about every siren, every car, every motorbike, everything has gone past with this reading. So, okay, I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, this work person, they're trying to knock you off the top. They're trying to knock you down. They're trying to knock you down like this tower, or knock your crown off, or something like that. And usually you would confront someone like this. You'd say something. But again, you've got this, I'm not taking action. I'm not doing this. So that's what I'm seeing all over this reading. Biding your time. You're doing that again here. And again, this is down to your instincts. You've got these amazing instincts. You know exactly what they're doing once again. And I think you know that, it's not going to work. The other thing I'm seeing is you might know something about them as well. I think you've got a little bit of information about them. That's what I'm seeing as well. And I don't think you're using it. It sounds really manipulative, and you're not manipulative at all. But because you're being attacked by this person, I think you're kind of thinking, well, let's wait and see what they do. And if they keep on going like this, I'm going to take this information out and I'm going to use it. That's what I'm seeing. Very, very difficult. You're in this very difficult position. But I'm not seeing you being anxious. I'm not seeing you being worried about them. You're really just sitting back and waiting to see what's going to happen. And it's all over this reading. Very unusual for Aries. So it's very, very unusual to see this. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm going to go on to the Magician right now, because I'm seeing the same thing there. Because, the Magician's all about, or sometimes he can be all about playing the long game. And that's what you're doing in just about everything in this reading. And yeah, I'm seeing this knowledge, this information, and you might have this information in your hand about this person in the tower, and you're waiting. It's like, okay, when you look at the Magician and you think about a traditional magician, they're on a stage, they have their tricks, and they have things up their sleeves. They don't show people what's happening. And that's what I think this information is. I think you've got it up your sleeve. You're not showing it yet. But if you need to, you're going to show it. If you need to show it, you're going to show it. So you're kind of thinking, well, I've got this here. I'm going to sit back and see what happens. But if I need this, I can show this. So that's what I'm seeing now. Anyone that tries to pull an Aries down, like the tower, anyone who tries that on an Aries, they're going after the wrong person. Especially when you've got this holding out energy, this waiting energy, because you've got a lot of energy inside you. You've got a lot of power inside you. And if you're holding on, and then you suddenly let it out, then it's going to be really powerful. So if they keep pushing, it might not be the best thing for them, I have to say. But you're following your instincts once again. You're taking your time. You're watching what's happening. So keep on doing that if that's what you're doing, because it's absolutely the right thing for you to be doing. I hope this makes sense. I'm getting this feeling this reading is very, very confusing, but I'm just going to keep going. This is what I'm seeing. So yes. The first card you have for your future is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, look at all these cards. Every single one of these cards. This is illustrating this whole thing that I'm seeing, this whole reading. They're all here. Look at these cards. They're all sitting back. They're all waiting. No one's taking action. No one's doing anything. All these cards are standing still. The Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Hermit. So you've got all these three. So if anything shows me that you're just holding back and you're not taking action yet, it's all these three cards, all of them. So okay, so with the Knight of Pentacles and all these cards, this is what I'm seeing coming up for you soon. You might start to experience a little bit of a lack of energy. I'm seeing lots of tiredness. I'm seeing your energy going up and down a little bit. It might have already been doing that for you. So if it hasn't happened already, that's what's going to be in front of you. I'm seeing you losing a little bit of enthusiasm with your work. You might even be yawning. You might be falling asleep, things like that. It's not going to last if that's how you feel. It's not going to last. And yeah, the other thing I'm seeing here is there's some kind of travel coming up for you. Not right now, but it's coming up. And you're probably thinking, well, what does the Knight of Pentacles have to do with travel? He's not going anywhere. he's still. So, but yeah, I'm seeing this here. I'm definitely seeing this here because I'm just looking at these hills, and the lines on the hills are supposed to be crops. So, because this is a workhorse. So, it's like something, a little seed's been planted in your head about traveling. And it's been planted for a while, I think, but I think you stopped for some reason, and now you kind of got this in your mind again. You're thinking, maybe I can do this. It feels a little bit like mixing work with pleasure, actually. And it feels like big travel, big international travel. It's not just like going around the corner. This is big international travel. That's what I'm seeing. So it takes a lot of preparation, it takes a lot of, working out, sorting things out. But yeah, it's waiting. It's waiting. So the travel's happening, but there's a wait fast because of all these cards here. And yeah, a lot of people aren't traveling right now, and I think less and less people are going to be traveling over the next few months, especially internationally. So there's that. But there's also a little bit of a confidence thing that I was seeing in the High Priestess. So you might be, getting yourself back together, getting yourself feeling a bit better until you're ready to do that. There's also saving money here because we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So there's that as well. I think you might be traveling with someone else when you travel. I'm seeing that as well. There's going to be someone next to you. So if you're in a relationship, I would say that they're probably going to be with you. And if you're single, someone's going to be with you. Someone is going to be sitting next to you traveling. That's what I'm seeing, a companion. And there's love here. There's love here, so I'm seeing that as well. So the two things are going to come together, and that's probably why I'm seeing business mixed with pleasure. So really, really nice, really nice. So the next card you have, your future, is the Four of Swords. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about these two together, actually, this and the Hermit. They're all quite similar, what I'm seeing here. So, with this kind of lack of energy, tiredness, all of that, there's a lot of restlessness here, and I think it's around your work, job, business, something like that. And I think that travel that you're going to do is going to kind of really give you that boost of energy back again. Because there's a little bit of, when you travel, there's a little bit of nervousness. There's a little bit of being a little bit scared as well. But that's adrenaline. That's adrenaline. So that's all going to be really positive for you. That's going to really pick your energy up again. It sounds really exciting, actually. And I think this might happen for you maybe in a year's time. Maybe that's when this traveling is going to happen, probably at the end of this year, beginning of next year. Don't say, oh, a year, oh no, you're probably rolling your eyes right now. If you're rolling your eyes, a year goes by quickly, believe me, a year goes by very, very quickly. And you need that time to plan. You need that time to get yourself together, get your money together, work out all of this, everything you need to work out. If it's work, I think they might be paying for this travel for you, but I think you're going to want to do some extra travel on top of that. So I think you might have to save some money to go some extra places or do some extra things, because it's like, oh, I can't miss out on this. Now that I'm over here, I want to do this and that. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. And also, if you're taking someone with you, a loved one, you're going to want to do fun things with them as well. So really, really, really nice, really positive, beautiful,